too, you know what I'm saying?
Turn that shit up, man.
I'd rather get caught with it than without it. Gun charge, finna get my moms kicked up out of housing. Live like a man or die like a coward. Nobody know he's shot until you see a crowd around him. Everybody's a killer now, I can name 1,000. That's why I keep it tucked low, tomorrow's not promised. Everybody want a problem till they staring down a llama. And I ain't talking school trips at a petting zoo. Catch 22, extend, you can catch 22. Something left in the clip just for my dude. I hit a pothole on purpose, did some swerve shit. Pulled over like check the tire on your side.
Reporting live from the gutter, it's your boy Elliott Carterr, LFTG Radio. I'm here in South Jamaica, Queens. Who I got with me?
Studda Diamond, South Jamaica, Queens, the bricks, where it all started at. You know, this is why I wanted to bring y'all to my hood, so y'all can see where everything started at. Like, people know the blood story and the blood history, but before it was me turning blood, this was the family that made me bring the morals and values I had as blood to blood. You know what I mean? So this is where it all started. You know what I mean? And truthfully, this is the one right there that introduced me to the morals and principles of being a comrade, a brother. You know what I mean? Doing things. Hey, yo, big bro, come to the camera, big bro. Yeah, this the one that gave me the principles, the values, the rules of how to be a comrade, to be a follower leader. It's my big brother, Doc, biological brother.
Okay.
Yeah, the big bro right there. Say my man, Dad. Doc. Yeah, so, Doc, cause he just spiced shit up, you know what I mean? But this is where it all started at, you know what I mean? So, when I made the transition to blood, I actually used the same moral that I had from this block right here.
Plaza.
Yeah, the plaza, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, Top Dollar gave an interview and mentioned my name. It was a very good interview, but what he failed to realize that when they appointed me as, being the face of blood in Elmira, the leader is actually the servant of the people. Had to do the count, make sure the road was good, make sure no violation, make sure nobody's being oppressed or dudes in their positions to mislead the little homies and use them as stunt dummies or missiles. So when I came under the tutelage of LG, the bro George, all these dudes, they showed, one man, one team. Nobody's bigger than the family. So that's when, I use these morals as blood.
Okay.
No, I mean, because all probably the same thing. It was the same rules, same morals, but different team. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I turn blood, I turn all my niggas blood. Because this is the movement, this is what we're doing now. You know what I mean? Like, we transcended from the LF to the Clicks to the Rockaways to now we GKB, EHB, UBN. You know what I mean? All became one. That's what a family is. A family not about your cousins over here or your brothers over there or your nephew over there. Now, we gonna come to the family reunion every day. It's a family reunion.
Understood.
So that's what it's about, man. Unity. Truly speaking, man, like I be seeing a lot of dudes touch on podcasts. I'm not knocking nobody's history. No, I'm not knocking nobody's history. But dudes is taken away from blood. See, like, I never big myself up. I did it in the name of blood.
Yeah.
I made my team look good. See, like, when I went out of town, I never got bodied. Because I'm like, yo, nigga, you're going to need me on your team. I'm going to show you how to get money. We get money together. And when I was in VA, DC, Albany, Binghamton, I made sure that everybody ate. It was no, you a lower nigga. I don't care, even the littlest nigga on the totem pole, and I mean, recognition-wise, he's still one of us.
Yeah.
You represent our name. No, I mean, if you touch a comrade, you're not touching him. You touching all of us. We all bleed. If one bleed, every last one of us bleed. This is why we react the way we react when one of us got touched. It wasn't none that said, yo, he asked for it. No, we'll deal with that later. If he's wrong, we'll deal with that later. But if he's in violation, you come to us. We rectify, we take care of our own, we display our own. You don't touch one of ours and think it's okay.
Yeah.
So if he's wrong, we'll deal with that after we retaliate. Because as you've been our brother, you don't put your brothers in bad predicaments. You don't overuse your team to make yourself look good. That's one thing that we never did, or I never did for that matter. Yeah. We all moved as one. So when y'all see me coming here in the bricks, this is my foundation. This is what started me as being blood. Yeah. See, like most people, history started at being blood. Remember, I was like fucking 12, 13, 14, moving packs, getting money, hustling. Then when I got older, I ran my own block. Well, not my own block, Big Bro block. I ran his block on 145. So, you know, eventually you're going to see that block too. Yeah. But I just wanted to touch on the foundation of where I became me. See, like, Studda is a person of many people characteristics who I took from, say, a Lacy, took from Prince, took from this nigga, and made myself that. Yeah. Because I seen the way they move and how they handle difficult situations. Being a leader is handling tough times.
So you took bits and pieces of everybody that you...
Yeah, who I idolized, who I looked up to. Yeah. I see, this good characteristics. He handled that shit real good. Let me take from him. Let me use this to put my own little spin on it and make me me. Yeah. But I'm just a character. But I'm the person of multiple characteristics who I took from my elders, and I just utilize that shit to make me who I am. Follow their morals, their guidance, and probably their footsteps. Yeah. Wow.
Understood. So, around what year would you say those activities started occurring?
Well, before that, it was an old time named Billy Boy. Anybody rocking with know Billy Boy is. I mean, Billy Boy was the epitome of a gangster. Billy Boy. God bless him, man. Billy Boy was the epitome of a gangster. That was like the first. I'm like, yo, man, I'm jacking this nigga style.
He'll rob his friends.
Boy, I'm like, I'm jacking nigga style. Know what I mean? He's the fly nigga, had all the bitches. No, me. He had all the money, all the clout. I'm like, yeah, man, I got jack this nigga style. But then I realized that Billy was a foul nigga. So I don't know what to be like that nigga.
Straight up stick-up kid. He'll rob his man. Yeah. He hang with you, the next day he'll rob you.
Yeah, so I don't know what the Jack Billy Boy style. Cause I see Billy was a foul nigga. Yeah. But on the outside looking in, you see niggas coming through bopping, hand skills crazy.
Walk with a limp.
Yeah, hand skills crazy. That's the ill little bop when he walk, hand skills crazy, mad respect. You like, yeah, I'll be like all the girls, hey Billy Boy, I wanted that. You know what I mean? I was like, hey Studda, hey French, I wanted that. But then I'm like, nah, Billy was a foul nigga. I want that nigga trace too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Southside bred a lot of soldiers, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of fallen soldiers.
Yeah.
Billy Boy, Carlton.
Yeah, God bless Carlton Marv, man. Carlton another knockout artist. And you know, I touched on Carlton when Zip was talking about that 118. Carlton got killed in that shit actually. Carlton the one who got bodied at that 118 park. I touched on that with Pimp, talking about this shit because, we was there. And like one thing I don't do is dare anybody to big myself up. Yeah. But Zip wasn't there. We was actually there in the park when it happened. We actually shooting in the air, get the crowd away from us when it happened. But Carl was the one that got bodied first. When they shot the nigga in the head and his eyes came out, that was actually Carlton, who we speaking about. That was actually him. God bless him. He was another Southside legend on Rockaway.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah. But man, but then when I got down with the team and everything, that's when I really think I transitioned to who I was becoming to be. Just sitting around watching, because like it's certain niggas, man, who I be around even to this day. I just listen and be like, yo, that shit makes sense. And I'm soaking up their energy. Yeah. Because like, dude, you could never get too much energy or knowledge from smart motherfuckers. So I be just sitting back like, yo, man, you know what? Even at the age that I am right now, I still take from people to make me grow because like I was telling somebody last night, like we go from male, boy, preteens, adult to adulthood. Adulthood is different from adult. Adult means you're only 18 or 21, but adulthood, you constantly changing. You evolving, you constantly changing. Like, I'm not stuck in my ways. Yeah. You can't be stuck in your ways. You gotta grow as time grows. You gotta transcend as time. Like, remember, we went from Cortez to Deodoras. I'm not wearing that shit in 2026. I'm not wearing no Cortez. So I'm transcending with the times. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a constant evolvement as an adulthood.
Yeah.
Constant.
Adapting to time.
Yeah. Constant. And yeah, And you know the thing, right? What Top Dollar said, I want to just expand on something that was mentioned in the interview. What he left out was the fact that him and Shogun, when he mentioned, they had words. He said his pussy gave suck my dick. So niggas want to see how I would deal with it.
Yeah.
That's the bro, that's the comrade. So you know what I say? Since y'all can't get along, the next 4 plates is yours. Y'all niggas going to be together every day. Next 4 plates is yours. I never picked anybody's side, I picked blood side. That's what a real blood gonna do. We don't say, yo, who said it first? Valid? No. Both of y'all niggas is blood. Both of y'all niggas is violation. So both of y'all niggas gonna be dealt with as the blood motion. Know what the next 4 plates is yours. And they both shot. And in defense, both niggas shot. But everybody wanted to see how I was gonna deal with it. Like, yo, who's leaving? Who getting shot? None of them getting shot. They brothers argue. Now we're gonna transgress our anger on a rickets. Y'all gonna be the source of all negative energy. We gonna pop y'all niggas now. If y'all ain't playing with that boy, y'all playing with that bad nigga, you ain't paying this. Okay, the next 4 plates, you take 2, you take 2. That's it. But Top Dollar got knocked on the second plate.
Yeah.
But that story was definitely true. He just left out the main intimate part of what made me who I am. Like anybody could bust their guns, but like OG Max said, man, it's 85% mental, 15% physical. See, that was the part that dude leave out. See, anybody can bust their gun and get their name up, but how was your hood being ran? If this is a good hood, it's a hood, like, you should be good to come into a 9/11 and relax with the guard there, cause bro, like, you saw we all right now? We relaxed, nigga, we chilling. Know what I mean? Nobody moving, no snake shit going on. Like, when y'all come to my hood, like I told you, niggas is safe. Nobody moving on nothing. We getting shit done because this is a brotherhood. No brother should not feel safe around their comrades. You know what I mean? But I just want to touch on that story more just to give light of leadership, because the leader actually served the people. The people don't serve the leader. The leader got to make sure that the hood is right, the food is right, everything is good, that niggas actually eating and everybody doing good. Now, if a plate pop up, niggas begging, yo, that's my deal, yo, that's my deal. Because niggas because we love our team so much. And we know if our team get locked up, gonna do the right thing. Send them magazines in the box, send them letters, send them pictures, because you put on for the team. Like when I got locked up, my team put up $20,000 for my lawyer, and we talk about 9.5, 9.6, $20,000, a lot of money. The bro was there, he's sitting, niggas stay going on business, because my team made sure I was good, because I put on for my team. So that's the brotherhood of blood of any team that you're a part of. And again, I love what the nation did. I don't like what blood necessarily became, because we've taken away from the nation and bigging ourselves up. I big up blood first, then me. I'm just a soldier of blood. I'm just a soldier of the community, but I'm on front line. And when dudes appoint me in the position of leadership, the face of anything, that's a heavy responsibility. That's a heavy, everything falls on you. Even if the little bro do something wrong, I'm to blame for it, because under my tutelage. I'm to blame for it. I can't say, oh, he's a little young, dumb nigga, he crashed it out. Nah, that shit falls on me. And most people nowadays don't know what blood is. Blood is based on the community. Now, we had to bang on the kings and the yatas to get our names up, because we've been oppressed as black people. No, I mean? So we bang, and somehow people miss the mentally part. Yeah, they miss the mentally part, the 85%, and only do the 15%. And it kind of took away from the structure of blood. You know, the second generation and all these branch off and all the other nations that came about, and it's no longer, the 30 rules. It's no longer, the history. It's all about, me being 8, me being stones. And again, I'm not knocking anybody's movement. I'm just making an example of what happened, of how it's took away from our brotherhood. Like up north right now, it's crazy. Now, a lot of these dudes not tapping in. You see my security nigga, I got like damn near 50 niggas on my security. I make sure everybody is right. Dudes tapping in, dudes calling in. I'm making sure they good. You know what I mean? Even if I can't, like, it's hard to send 9, 10 niggas $30 a piece, let alone $100 a piece. But as long as you do what you can, the brother gonna appreciate that. never mislead the soldiers, never mislead the people, never mislead the family, and most importantly, don't take advantage. That's the narrative that we forget about blood. Everybody tell their war stories. And nothing wrong with that. You put on. Accept your awards for your movies. Accept that. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about really? Are we talking about yourself or are we talking about blood? That's the thing that we gotta focus on. Thing or blood. Yourself or blood. Your history or blood history. Like all these dudes, like, again, I would never, when you talking the truth, you're not talking bad about nobody.
Yeah.
A lot of these dudes that I hear about or see on these podcasts, they drop their flags. They wasn't blood for the past 15 years before they got released. Not saying they didn't put on in the past, but when we came, in 2000, 2005, 2010, we still behind these walls, banging, missing our business, missing our packages because in the name of blood, y'all fell back. So why is y'all coming home now, capitalizing off blood? When you didn't hurt or face the pain of blood. You probably heard it for like, 5 years? They say blood ain't easy, but it sure is fun. We carry that to the full degree. And again, when niggas drop their flag, I'm not knocking them. Drop your flag. But don't come home now. Yo, yeah, I did this. No, you wasn't around in 2010. You wasn't here in 2015. You wasn't around in 2020. So why are you still talking about some 96 shit that over and done with? Niggas did way more than that shit. Yeah. Niggas did way more. Like, where you at? Now you want to come home and shoot at this thing, shoot that nigga. None of y'all niggas blood. I mean, none of y'all blood. I mean, you said, yo, he fell back. He's a bitch. You do the same thing. You can't lock a nigga for smoking cigarettes, nigga, and you smoking Black and Mild. The same thing. Yo, he smoked Newport. I smoke Cools. Yo, he vaping. No, nigga, we both getting our lungs dirty, so we all in violation.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so you fall back and you told him he's the bitch, and you fell back. Both of y'all niggas fell back, but now y'all niggas come home and you want to shoot at Jim Jones, Joe Lil Wayne, and all these dudes. Now again, let them bang the way they bang. Again, you could bang by sewing up clothes. You could bang by ironing clothes. That don't make you the bitch. That make you a part of your team. Yeah. That's what that makes you. That makes you part of your team. Yeah, you can't say he's a bitch because he want to rap. Go do your little songs. Go ahead. Boy, always remember you still blood. Take care of your team. Make sure they right. You can't point the finger at somebody because he banged differently. As long as he's not banging wrong, that's all that matters. He ain't out there fucking chumps or ratting on people or dry snitching. You can't say he's wrong. If that man wanna make margaritas and sell it on a boulevard, he's putting in work for his nation. You just can't say, yo, he ain't cutting nobody. When you look at the Marine Forces, you got techs that be in the computers all day looking at shadow lights and pinpoint, and they play a real big part on the niggas who in combat. Yeah, definitely. They play a real big part. Yeah, so you can't say, yo, he ain't no real army figure, you ain't no real, no, he played his part. This is what I did. I made sure if niggas in the field knew where the ambush was coming from, where the gun was coming from, where the enemy lines at. I did that. Yeah. And that's a very big part of playing part of your family. Plain and simple.
Everybody got a role. Everybody got a role.
Well,
this is your building right here? This is where you from?
See, I lived on the back blocks. Okay. Yeah, like I lived on 145 on the back blocks. But it was so much fun in these buildings. I mean, anybody know how the project was in the 80s and 90s, they know what I mean.
Yeah, so this is more like your stomping ground.
Yeah, like I never lived in these buildings. I just stayed in these buildings so much. Like my god brother lived down there, my right hand lived over there, and the female treated me right. You know what I mean?
This building right here used to be like New Jack City.
Yeah.
Wow. Like when they guys was hustling, they had shifts. It was different.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, they had shifts. Got real jobs.
8-hour
security.
Shifts.
Security.
Yeah.
This lobby, the other lobby, I'm gonna show y'all the other lobby, like all this, like it's not a real big building, but it was a very lucrative, dangerous building. Yeah. Could have come through half stepping, like we was all about getting money. But come through half stepping, we'll give you the business. Straight it down.
If you don't live here, don't come here. Well, that's basically what it was. Yeah. Unless you know somebody.
Yeah, what it was. Exactly. And you got a lot of up and coming rappers right now who's doing videos here like Dana He's stepping his game up. No, man. He's definitely doing his numbers. I mean, so I support the young brothers. Although I just met them, remember I just came home like 3 or 4 years ago. So I definitely push their music, jack them, because again, we want to see everybody win. Yeah. So we want to see everybody win. Now they're 27 years. 27 straight. Let's go. All right.
So just tell us a little bit about where we're walking.
This is the inside of the bricks right here. It's the inside of the building, 125. And again, went to the lobby, all this shit right here, where it's all that right here. I mean, so as I pointed out earlier, I don't mean to backtrack, but again, this is where the moral started. See, I turned blood in 9-6, as he pointed out. Raw Blow did bring me home. But when I turned blood, it's only like 7, 8, 9 sets. It wasn't too many, So we was all a brotherhood. You know what I mean? We all moved as one. You know what I mean? Like that was like I call it the golden era of blood, because we love each other so much and we just met each other. That's the main thing about it. Like niggas be from Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, and you claiming blood. We didn't care about that set shit. Yeah. You blood, that's all that matters. You be in, nigga. We bang at the gang, that's the national thing. Yeah. We bang. So that what we was doing, putting on for the team, making sure shit was good. Now when Mac went home, what Mac did, what he did, everybody used that as a forum or an excuse, whatever you want to call it, to do their own thing, with the Brim Army, the NY, BBA, all that shit. So dudes just used that and did what they did as a separate nation, And we all got caught up in a power struggle, a power strip, And we started flipping on each other to get our nation popping. And like, it's not about your nation, it's about blood, because you saying you're moving this and what you're moving. So let's build. But as black people, man, we always dealt with tribalism. We always dealt with some type of separation or some kind of diversion to make us bigger than each other. And even now, we look at the podcast, this podcast beefing with this podcast beefing with that podcast. This dude saying he's the bitch, this dude saying he's the bitch. And again, if you're speaking the truth, it's not propaganda. It was the truth. You know what I mean? There's no propaganda about it. If you're speaking the truth. Like, it's a lot of people I know, it's like, where you was at? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, where you was at, and even 2015, where you was at. You wasn't in the box, you wasn't in the South, you wasn't in upstate. You was Ramadan or somewhere, and they're wrong being Muslim, but don't come home fronting like you on front line. Yeah. That was the beef that I was saying. That's my whole story. And again, I'm not gonna lie on anybody's name. I was front line. I was the big homie. I went from having NYB to growing to even being on paperwork of having UBN. When Mikey B fell back, I was the one putting everything together. You want this L? Yo, everybody give me, send me your LU. We got it together. When Magoo, Frank White, Uno B, they went to the feds, I played the part of put everything. And truthfully speaking, Big Bro right there financed the movement. Him and Mad B. Go see this nigga, go see that nigga. That was a lot of money, man.
Bro? Oh, Big Bro right there?
Yeah, Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, he put money, sending the bitches up there, go see this nigga, go see that nigga. I got the what do you call it, the clout for it, but it wasn't my money, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was my money. I was just.
So you was living good on Big Bro.
Yeah, like it wasn't my money. I would just put everything together to make sure we all get on the court, because we can't write or talk. Like when they did our communication, that kind of fucked us up as well. Because a lot of brothers in jail is not doing what we're doing, hustling, getting money. And when you do get money, you got to send it to your girl to get your visit or your kids. Tell them, what, go up there, see the bro, tell them this, tell them that, we need this. This is the front base that we need where every male go to, and make sure to get it. I was actually paying niggas in Oklahoma, little niggas, to take phone calls, to send letters out to make sure that niggas was on the same accords of to get the family running up and jumping. Yeah. That's putting in work. That's loving your nation. That's called brotherhood. See, these dudes are, again, I can't emphasize enough how you take away from blood. Don't take away from blood, man. Blood is a beautiful thing. This is why we turn blood. Yeah. This is what attracted us to blood. And somehow our name got too big where now we feeling ourselves. Like, yeah, I did this. Nah, nigga, because if you notice, when most dudes get kicked out the whip or fall back, you don't hear their name. You don't hear their name. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I was on chopping block mad times. I was fooled like at least 4 times because I'm not jacking these false calls. Just because you the big homie don't mean I'm gonna submit to you or jack you. Yeah. No, nigga, that's not blood. You're not gonna do this to this nigga like when dudes trying to get me to pop on raw blow. We talk about 98. And you know how hard it is to go against niggas who you love or niggas who you trust. But now I can't trust none of y'all. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. You know what I mean? So eventually it got rectified. Eventually, but at that time, nigga, that was a serious business, nigga, being fooled on Rikers Island at 9-8 because you're in the right. I can understand if I did some foul shit, okay, yeah, I would take this punishment. But people, and like Little Vintage told me years ago, man, he said, yo, it's not what you know, it's what you could prove. And even if you could prove it, that don't always work. Yeah. Because you could prove shit right. So I had to beg against my own brothers to get off the wall. I couldn't say, y'all, I'm falling back, fuck y'all niggas. Nah, because blood is in my heart. I'm not gonna lead this nation because y'all niggas doing fun. Y'all not blood. That's how I felt. Yeah. Y'all niggas not blood. I'm doing the right thing. You gonna label me because y'all in violation? So that's what, nigga, we gonna bang and see who win, nigga, because you gotta kill me, nigga. Hands down. That's how I felt about blood. All right, the video. This is the leader, the founder of LFM. Now, we not saying the Lord's boys stole or they emulated. All you gotta do is go to YouTube, download Better Let Us In, LFM. The video was shot right here with his money. This is the founder. Like without him, it wouldn't be no me, man. I took this nigga style and this nigga style. I took this style. Yeah. So this is the LF founder right here, man. Download LF fan, Better Let Us In, and you will see what I'm talking about. It was no fan before this fan. None.
That's the one.
I got somebody here that want to say what's up to you.
Yo, what's up, OG?
Yo, what's good? Studda Diamond.
Yo, I'm good, man. That's the legend right here, baby. Sam. That's the legend, man. Wow, that's the legend on the phone, man. Wow, man. I'll get back in touch with you. Wow, yo, I'm good, bro. Wow, man. How's everything?
Hey, yo, I'm good. I mean, you heard what happened. You heard they reinstated.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. Wow.
Yeah, well, you know, we good, but go ahead.
Yeah, you know, man, they can't keep a good man down, man. You gonna get him back, man. Wow.
People like 70. That shit sound like it was 50.
Wow.
When Elliott told me, he had an interview, man.
That's my shit.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, man. Always an honor being around you, man. Word. The legend right there, man. Word.
I'd rather get caught with it than without it. Gun charge, finna get my mom's kicked up out of housing. You ever seen a mother cry because your brother died? 9 times out of 10, you know both of them, the victim and the shooter.